My dad showed up to my graduation ceremony after 15 years of nothing, and my mom only said 6 words into the microphone that made her receive cheers and a standing ovation from the crowd. My dad, Rick, left our family for his secretary when I was barely old enough to remember his face. He moved to Arizona, started a whole new family, and pretended my mom and I didn't exist. Child support was a joke. He paid maybe 8 months total out of 18 years. Every birthday, every Christmas, every school play, every achievement, absolute silence from him. My mom worked 2 jobs for most of my childhood. She was a teacher during the day and cleaned office buildings 3 nights a week. I remember being 7 years old, sitting in the corner of some insurance company's break room doing homework while she vacuumed cubicles. She never complained. Never badmouthed my father in front of me, just kept pushing forward. When I got accepted into nursing school, she cried for 20 minutes straight. When I made the dean's list every single semester, she framed each letter and hung them in her hallway. When I got into the honors program, she took out a small loan to buy me a new laptop because mine was dying. Senior year, I was selected to be the student commencement speaker. Top of my class, my mom was so proud she told literally everyone. Her coworkers, her neighbors, the woman at the grocery store, random people at church. Then, 2 weeks before graduation, I got a Facebook message from Rick. "Hey sweetheart, heard you're graduating with honors. So proud of you. Always knew you'd do great things. I'm flying in for the ceremony. Can't wait to see my little girl walk across that stage. We should get dinner after. Catch up. I want to hear everything about your life." I stared at that message for an hour. Sweetheart, my little girl. Like he hadn't been a ghost for 15 years. Like he hadn't ignored every single attempt I made to contact him during middle school and high school. Like he hadn't told my mom I probably wouldn't amount to much anyway when she begged him to help pay for my braces. I didn't respond, but I made the mistake of telling my mom. She got quiet, real quiet. Then she asked me one question. "Do you want him there?" I said no. She nodded and didn't bring it up again. Graduation day arrived. The auditorium was packed. Over 400 graduates and family members filled every seat. I was nervous about my speech, but mostly excited. This was the biggest moment of my life so far. I spotted my mom in the crowd immediately. She was wearing a new dress, the first nice thing she'd bought herself in years. Sitting next to her were my aunt, my grandmother, and my mom's best friend who helped watch me when mom worked nights. Then I saw him. Rick was sitting about 10 rows back, alone, wearing an expensive-looking suit. He had this proud smile on his face like he belonged there, like he had any right to that expression. My speech went well. I talked about perseverance, about the people who sacrifice so we can succeed, about gratitude for those who show up not just for the easy moments but for the hard ones too. I saw my mom crying. I saw Rick nodding along like I was talking about him. After the ceremony, they did something special. The dean announced they were giving the Parent Recognition Award to one outstanding family member who demonstrated exceptional dedication to a graduate's success. I hadn't known this was happening. They called my mother's name. She walked up to that stage looking completely shocked. The dean handed her a plaque and gestured to the microphone for her to say a few words. The whole auditorium was watching. My mom took a breath, looked out at the crowd, and found Rick's face in the audience. She held eye contact with him for a long, uncomfortable moment. Then she leaned into the microphone and said 6 words. "Single mothers don't get enough credit." The auditorium exploded. Standing ovation from half the crowd. Whistles and cheers from every parent who understood exactly what she meant. My aunt was screaming. My grandmother was crying. The other graduates around me were applauding like crazy. I looked at Rick. His proud smile was gone. He was shrinking into his seat while hundreds of people celebrated the woman who actually raised me. He didn't come to dinner afterward. He didn't try to find me in the crowd. He left before I even got off the stage. I heard later from a cousin that he complained to his Arizona family about how he was publicly humiliated at my graduation, how my mother was always vindictive and bitter, how he was the real victim. But here's the thing. My mom never said his name, never pointed at him, never explicitly called him out. She just told the truth into a microphone and let everyone draw their own conclusions. Years later, people from my graduating class still bring up that moment when they see me. "Your mom is an absolute legend." That was the most savage thing I've ever witnessed at a graduation. She said everything without saying anything.